Amazing. Well, welcome everyone to this edition of the Riviera Maya. I am so excited because every last Thursday of the month, I get to talk about my favorite place on earth. And I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to join us, for taking the time to listen in. And I just want to tell you how much this means to me. First of all, I want to start by saying that you're going to learn a lot today. And also, just a couple of housekeeping rules. Be sure that you're muted so that everybody can hear me well. And also, this is a platform of positivity, so we do expect our audience to remain positive. And we will have a Q&A at the end of the webinar, so that way you can answer your questions. But if for some reason we run out of time, I want you to know that you can always count on reaching out to me. I am quick to respond and I am here for those purposes to answer all of your questions moving forward. So if you are a person that is thinking about investing in the Riviera Maya, then this is your channel. You're in the right place. If you are an agent that perhaps has thought about expanding your portfolio of clients past the United States, then this is your place. And if you're somebody that just wondered what it takes to own a vacation home or wondered, how this could be a possibility and making it a reality, then you are in the right channel. So, again, just a warm welcome. And in the next hour, you are going to learn a lot of the market trends of what makes the Riviera Maya a great place for investment. You're also going to explore the Riviera Maya with me, and you're going to understand what makes it so majestic. And for that, we have our incredible partners here from Mexico. I have Laura Guillen online, and she is going to help me deliver this presentation to you, and so that you understand a lot more of what's happening in these regions and why it's an incredible opportunity. And as a matter of fact, you're also going to learn about payment options. And what I like to call that is more about like the financing, because people often ask me, hey, Denisse, is there loans? Or hey, Denisse, how do we make that a possibility? Or hey, Denisse, what does it take to own out there? And what are the price ranges? So we're going to cover all that material today. And I'm really hoping that actually I have a lot of faith that you are going to have lots of really great takeaways from this. And so stick around for this next hour. Oops, let's see. Back on. And I am your Mexico expert. My name is Denisse Macias, and I have been in this industry of international business for the last 15 years of my life. I started relocating corporations outside of the United States, and I have worked all over the world very successfully. And foreign investment is something that I'm incredibly passionate about. And because Mexico is so near and dear to my heart, is the reason why I love to specialize in Mexico as my niche market. Now, the Riviera Maya to me is the crown jewel, and I do, pride myself in knowing this territory well. Year after year, I have made the investment to get to know it, and year after year, I have specialized closely to make this a place for business for me as well. And if you don't follow me yet, please follow me on all channels. I want to be sure to connect with you, show you the latest and greatest, and I want to make sure that you're always informed of anything that is new that is happening in the region. And because I want to introduce Laura Guillen. Today, Tali is actually traveling from Italia. Talisa Tarsia is an incredible architect with Mexico, and Laura Guillen is their top producer, and she is a top agent in this region. And I can't tell you how incredibly happy I am to have Laura on with me today. So, Laura, do you want to introduce yourself so people get to know you?
Hi, thank you, Denise. Hi, everyone. This is Laura, and I've been working with iMexico for the last 4.5 years. I'm very happy to represent iMexico. We actually represent several developers in the area. We work with Denise for a few years now, and we actually have a big portfolio, more than 20 properties in Riviera Maya. So we will show you very great options today.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Lau. And because I am all about the numbers, I kind of want to start with telling the story of why this is an important factor. These are the global real estate market trends and insights. And if you notice, there's a big pattern here. Since 2015 all the way to 2024, which is the latest report, guess who shows up as a top place for investment? Mexico. And after that is Costa Rica. So that's why it makes financial sense. That's why it makes great sense for investment. And this is the reason why I'm not just the person telling you that it makes sense. These numbers show the trends that this is the go-to place if you're looking to invest. And not only that, but I know that a lot of you are wondering, like, why would people invest? Well, this is what the trends show. 33% of people are looking for both vacation and rental, which is the top place. They're like, Denisse, I want to buy, but then I'm not gonna be there all year. So what do? I'm like, great, you rent it. And here the numbers show that 33%, that's exactly what people are doing. Number two is vacation home. Some people say, hey, I want to maintain it clean. I don't want anybody there, but I want to be able to just be there 6 months out of the year and take my family. Vacation home is a way to go. And then, again, residential rental. And then 17% actually make it their primary residence. And the reason why they do is because at that point, I've seen a lot of my older folks say, hey, I'm looking to retire. I'm just going to go ahead and sell my home here. And I just want to move to a place where I can really just relax. And I think not a whole lot of people know this, but there's actually three different phases into retirement. And the first phase is that they get to really just enjoy their retirement and do whatever the heck they want, and they just want to relax. And where do they go relax? They go relax to Mexico. So, with that said, I'm going to stop this share and I want to start this presentation by allowing Laura to talk about the Riviera Maya, which I just want to make it really clear to everybody and all of our audience that is out there listening. The Riviera Maya is not a place, it's actually a large territory. And Laura's going to cover this, but it encompasses place all the way from Cancun down to Puerto Morelos, down to Playa del Carmen, down to Tulum, down to Mahahual. All of those places is what we call the majestic Riviera Maya. And so today she's going to talk about, these territories a little bit more in depth and just give us information that makes sense for investment. So take it away, Lau.
Okay, thank you, Denise. So yeah, why investing in the Riviera Maya? This is a real estate paradise. I've been living here for the last 10 years. I love it. I'm originally from the north of Mexico, which is a little bit cold, so I love it here. I never want to leave. And I also became an investor myself because I believe, this is a great opportunity not only to own a property to live and to retire, but also as an investment, because as you know, we get a lot of tourism from all over the world, as Denise was saying, a lot of investors. And in Mexico, Mexico is beautiful. We have a lot of great other areas that are very touristy, such as Mexico City, Los Cabos, Puerto Vallarta, Mazatlan. But even though we put all these seven, eight other destinations together, we will not reach the amount of tourism that we get in Riviera Maya. So we actually get close to 50% of the total international tourism that arrives in Mexico. And Mexico is big. We have 32 states. And even though we are the newest state in Mexico, Riviera Maya, probably we started developing in the area 50 years ago. So it's like pretty much new. And we are the only state that has four international airports. So we have a lot of connectivity. And as we can see here in the map, we are in the south of Mexico. We are next to the Caribbean Ocean, and we are very close to another great destinations, Miami, Cuba, Dominican Republic, that are also very popular nowadays. And we are only 4 hours away from Toronto, direct flight. We are 4 hours away from New York. We are 4 hours away from LA, direct flight, and we are 10 hours away from London with a direct flight. So I want to mention to you, like we have these four international airports. One of them, the main, is in Cancun, and we have one in the island of Cozumel in front of Playa del Carmen. We have one in Tulum, and we also have one in the south of the state, which is very close to Mahahual in Chetumal, which is the capital of the state. And as Denise was saying, we have a lot of tourism, and we are probably top five in the whole world right now. These are statistics from a couple years ago, but I'm pretty sure we're still in the same place. And yeah, we get a lot of tourism flying to this beautiful destination. We have a lot of people also arriving by by the sea, by cruise ships. And yeah, we have a only last year in 2024, we have close to 20 million tourism only in Riviera Maya, which is a very, very small area. It's probably 120 kilometers between Cancun and Tulum. This is what we call Riviera Maya. And yeah, the top countries visiting Riviera Maya is, of course, the US, Canada, and also some European countries, as well Colombia, Argentina, and Spain. That is the Hispanic countries. Why Riviera Maya? Because, of course, we have very beautiful beaches. We are next to the Caribbean Ocean. We have a lot of diverse, options of entertainment. We have festivals. We also have ruins. We have a lot of history, and we also are next to the second largest barrier reef in all over the world. So we actually have a big amount of tourists visiting the area to go diving, snorkeling, and we have a lot of natural beauty. Also, we have been in, in the top destinations in the last few years, and also Riviera Maya was the best destination in Mexico. So here are some news that you can see, like everyone is talking about Riviera Maya. We even have a lot of investors that lately they are coming from countries that we didn't have before, like Japan, China, Russia. So we have a lot of investors that they haven't even been in Riviera Maya, but they are already buying properties here because they already know the return that they can get, and of course that this can be also a good business if they are thinking on renting out these properties. We also know that in the area, for example, Playa del Carmen and Puerto Morelos, these two destinations are top for people that they want to retire because they're quiet places, it's fully developed, we have all the services, we have great hospitals, and we can see a little bit of the numbers here on the appreciation of the home value. So we know that uh, we are probably in kind of like in the middle, like we have an average of 13% appreciation every day in these kind of properties, but it will depend on the location. It can be between 13 and 15%. And of course, if you are next to the ocean, it can go as high as 17%. And so just a quick note here. If you buy in a pre-sale, if you invest in a pre-sale opportunity, you can expect to have a 35% appreciation on the property. This is at least because we have had some cases where the clients, they are getting 60%, 65%. So of course it will depend on the property. And we have an average ROI generated by vacation rental that is a minimum of 8%. We work with another colleagues that they live in Dubai, in Dominican Republic, in Florida, and they tell us that the highest they can offer to their clients is 6%. So here in Riviera Maya, the minimum is 8%, but it can be higher. And yeah, here are some other news that we have Louis Vuitton that is actually opening a hotel in Tulum, and we also have the Royal Caribbean Company that is investing almost 600 million USD in Quintana Roo, which is in the area of Mahawal. For you guys that like to go on cruise ships, this is a top destination besides the island of Cozumel, Mahawal, known as Costa Maya. This is where we are building a very big water park that will be built by Royal Caribbean. And of course, as you know, that the Mexican government is also investing a lot. So we have the Mayan train that is already operated in all Riviera Maya. And we have Tulum International Airport that they invested 1.5 billion USD in building this. The Jaguar Park that is in Tulum is next to the ocean, that is 3 times bigger than Central Park in New York. And also a lot of a lot of clients, a lot of people will ask if Mexico is safe. Well, yes, it is safe, especially in this area, because we have a high amount of tourists and we have to take care of that. So the government is investing a lot in safety in this area. And I've been living here for the last 10 years, and I really consider the place as a safe destination. So yes, this was a little bit about the destination. As Denise was mentioning earlier, we have projects in Playa del Carmen, either pre-sale or ready to move in. We have projects in Tulum, also in Cancun, Puerto Morelos, and in the south of Mexico, which is Mahahual. And this is a quick buying process that I will let you know. So as you can see, that is very easy and very affordable. So, in case you like any of these projects or you want to move forward with a reservation, we only ask for 1,000 USD deposit in case you like any of the properties. And there's going to be an offer letter that you will be signing, and there's going to be a contract that we will send you. And of course, we will be following up with you with all the steps when it comes to the deed signing and the delivery of the keys. We will be here for you and for your clients, anything you need here in Mexico in the Riviera Maya real estate.
Thank you, Laura, for that warm introduction to the Riviera Maya. And for those of you that are watching and are thinking about investing, I want you to know that the Riviera Maya is beauty and brains. So you got to see how beautiful it is, but you also get to see how much financial sense it makes for you to invest in these areas. And also, too, if you at some point you don't have to really wait during these webinars to make an inquiry on it, or if you want to make an offer after this, that's what we're here for. We want you to. We want you to explore. And as a matter of fact, the next time that you are in the Riviera, we want you to call us and let us know you're going to be there, and we are happy to show you property. So, again, with that, today I'm super excited because Laura's going to introduce one of the developments that is near and dear to my heart. This place is called Zunique, and it's in the center of Tulum. And for any of you guys that have visited Tulum, Tulum is a very eco-friendly place. It's an incredible place for eateries. They have Michelin star eateries. One of my favorite places to eat is Banana. Is delicious restaurant, delicious food, lots of juice bars, a great place to find a quiet abode. And, as a matter of fact, I actually fell in love with the Riviera Maya traveling to Tulum, and I actually stayed there a whole month in a little cabin that didn't have a lock. So, for anybody that's looking to solo travel or anybody that's looking to see, what is the next destination to go to, if you don't have a large group, that's okay. It's a good place for you to be at. And for any of you guys looking to invest, I think the big picture of what Laura presented when she's talking about the 20 million tourists, that's exactly what's going to generate you your ROIs. That's exactly what's going to give you a return on your investment because the more people that visit, the more opportunities for your place to be rented when you're not there. And so just keep all of those things in mind because that's exactly what's going to make financial sense for you. And then one thing, oh gosh, it's skipping my brain because I know that there was one thing that you talked about, but either way, when it comes back to my brain, we'll talk about it again. But for now, I'm excited because Laura is now going to introduce Unique, and we're going to talk about this incredible development and how you can make it yours.
Okay, great, perfect. So I will start sharing this beautiful project. This is actually one of our favorite projects. And this is a project that you don't have to wait for that to be ready because we already delivered this project. It's completely new and it's ready to move in or ready to start generating some rentals. So this is unique. As Denise was saying, we are in the center in downtown Tulum, and we are only 3 blocks walking distance to downtown Tulum. So we know that in downtown Tulum, we have a lot of restaurants, we have a lot of shops, it's very touristy, we have a lot of little bars, live music, and we are also not far away from the hotel zone and the ocean. We are only 10 minutes drive to this beautiful area. And I will show you a little bit about the project. This is a project that this is a total of 76 units. We still have probably 15% of the units that we still have available, and we are in a very privileged location. Here we can see the actual location, and we are in a neighborhood that is fully developed because we know that Tulum is a destination that is getting developed right now. There's a lot of construction going on, it's growing very fast. And here in this area is completely fully developed. So all the streets are finished. As you can see, we are only 2 blocks away to a sports club where you can go running, you can play sports, and you can just walk to the restaurant. You can walk to the little bars. We are actually across the street from La Veleta, if you guys know Tulum. So we are in a very great location and fully developed, very important because there's other projects that the area is not fully developed. And what if you get hungry or thirsty at 11 p.m. and you want to walk somewhere to get something? In other areas we don't have that. You need a car and you need to drive like kind of far to go and get groceries and things like that. So this is very important that it's fully developed, and we are only 13 minutes away from the archaeological area, from the ruins in Tulum that are facing the ocean, 10 minutes to Tulum Beach, and 31 minutes to Tulum International Airport, which is on that side of the city, very close to downtown. And here we can see a closer location of what it is Tulum. As you can see, downtown is fully developed. This is where Shunik is. In the line, the yellow line that we see here, this is the federal highway. So this is the main highway that is connecting Cancun, Puerto Morelos, Playa del Carmen, Tulum, Mahahual, Chetumal, and all the way to the country of Belize. So we have a great connectivity, and we are only a few blocks away. So this same highway on the left, it will take you directly to Tulum International Airport. And we are only 2 blocks away to the famous Kukulkan Avenue. This is the main avenue that will connect you to the ocean and the main heart of the hotel zone in Tulum. So it's just very, very close, only 2 blocks away. And we can see here on the right that we have the ruins. Here where we have the ruins, we have the Jaguar Park. We have a lot of cenotes in the city. You can even go walk into the cenotes. We usually don't have cenotes in Cancun or in Playa. You need to drive, outside of the city. Here in Tulum, we have a lot of cenotes, which is great. And we have different pyramids and archaeological ruins here in Tulum. And here we can see a closer view of the location. As you can see, there's other developments. We have like private houses, and there's a couple lots that are for sale that we know already a couple of them. They will be building plazas where we're going to have supermarket closer. We are going to have a cinema, actually. They're building that. So only 5 minutes away from the development, we are going to have a big supermarket with shopping mall, cinema, and different great stores. So this is the actual location. And so in Tulum, they only allow us to build 5 floors. This is the maximum. We actually are in this development, we only have 3 floors, and we don't have, big density on the building. And guess what? We have elevators. So we have elevator, even though you're on the third floor, you can just take the elevator. So no problem for that. And we still have units available on the ground floor as well, because the units on the ground floor, they have direct access to, the amenities in the development. We have here the main entrance. There's parking available around the condominium. We have a fully equipped gym, and we also have a restaurant here on the corner that is about to open very soon. So, and in terms of other amenities, we also have a pool in the middle that is very nice. And we also have a little waterfall. Actually, Shunik means oasis. And as you can see in the pictures, we just took these pictures. It's like very green. We have a lot of jungle. So, and we have the little waterfall next to the pool. So you make it very, very beautiful. We have the gym with the area of, if you practice yoga, and we have the restaurant that is also there in the building. And we have a lobby. We have 24-hour security. As you can see in Tulum, everything is more rustic, so we use a lot of wood from the region. And we have the Mayan rock that you can see, on the walls. So it's very beautiful. And like I said, this is a new development. And because this is a ready to move in project, we have different payment options. What you see here on the screen, the first number, the 3070, so it means 30% down payment and 70% you can apply a loan. So it can either be a loan with Mexico bank, or it can be a loan from the US or your country, an international loan. And yeah, the other two is 15% down payment or 10% down payment, and the rest you can also apply a loan or you can pay with direct resource, because this is a ready to move in, so it has to be a cash payment. And of course, we deliver immediately. This is ready to sign. And we have different typologies that I will show you in a moment. We have the one bedroom that is actually very spacious, and we start from about 130,000 USD. And we also have the studio and the two bedrooms. So for the two bedroom, it's two bedrooms, two baths. You actually have a laundry room that is very spacious. You can use it as storage also. And all of the condos, they have either a terrace or a balcony, and you have a lot of light, you have big windows. Um, Usually we deliver with the kitchen, the AC, the ceiling fans, and the closets. This is how we deliver. And for the two bedroom, you can see we start at 185,000. I think this is a great price for Tulum. So, and very spacious condos. And we also have the studios. The studios you can invest from 95,000 USD. I think this is a great price for a ready to move in. And it's very beautiful. So yes, you can see the pictures, how the condos look. As you can see, they're very beautiful. And they're, fully equipped with, everything in the kitchen, the closets. I will show you a little video so you can get to know, the project. I want to mention that we took the video about 6 months ago. So it's not as green as it is right now. I'm showing you right now some recent pictures. As you can see, it's more green right now. We just took these pictures, so all the plants, all the trees, they have grown. And you can see that all the units, they have a balcony. Like I said, we have elevators, there are security cameras, and we have a great staff that is working there in Tulum, in Shunique. And I want to mention that right now we have a promotion, and during the month of July, we almost finished the month. But if there's any interested clients, we can go ahead and extend the promotion for a few more weeks. So right now, usually, like I said, we deliver just with the basic equipment, which is the kitchen, the closet, the AC. And for the month of July, the developer is giving away the furniture package for free. So it will be completely furnished with the sofa bed, with the bed, with all the decoration, everything to cook, all the towels, everything will be included. If you decide to, acquire a property in Shunique, and or if you are interested, please let us know, and we can probably extend the promotion for a couple more weeks. So yes, this is Shunique.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Laura. Okay, so for anybody that is interested to making an entry-level investment, you should know that turnkey is the way to go, because I think that a lot of people think about getting the place, but then they start thinking about the furniture, and that's entirely different, especially once you're getting ready to rent it. So This is an incredible promotion if this is something that you're looking to do. Having that furniture pieces already to get you started is incredible because you're already ahead of the game. You're ready to, rent it out if you're not there. So you can really hit the ground running with this because I do know that I've had clients to say, oh, we want to go ahead and furnish it ourselves. And it takes them a while. It takes them a while to really get it furnished and to get, the beddings and all of that started. So if this is something that you're looking to do and you feel like you could really benefit from it, please don't hesitate. We want you to take a leap and purchase in Shunique. I know that the entry level prices, she was mentioning is 95,000. That's unheard of. That's incredibly affordable. And I do want to mention because I know a lot of people ask me about, if there's loans for this. Yes, absolutely. So there's international loans, but I do have to say that a lot of the loans that are out there have a minimum. And, oftentimes, like one of the lenders I encountered not long ago he is an incredible lender, but they only lend out minimum $350,000. And so that means that anything that is between the 130 marker and the 150 and the 350 marker, like, they won't lend out. So oftentimes, if you're looking for, anything below that too, there are anywhere loans, but I do have to say that when it comes to international loans, they are going to be more pricey, meaning that closing costs are going to be a little bit pricier, and it meaning also too that your interest rate is going to be a little bit higher too. And so just keep those things in mind because I know, oh, I remember now one of the things that Laura mentioned was, just your ROI. It could be anywhere between the 9 to the 13%. Okay, typically you're going to capture a higher ROI if you are not getting a loan. So if you're paying cash up front, that also matters on how soon you break even on your investment and the type of ROI that you're going to capture. So, for I know for a fact that a lot of my investors, they say, "Hey, I want to go ahead and make this a cash purchase, and that's great, but also too, just keep in mind that Unique is one incredible example of what you can purchase in Tulum, but also too, just keep in mind that for now, if you have a chunk of change and you're like, hey, I have the money up front, but I think I'm going to have to make, payment installments. We do have other options that we can offer you. Reach out to us and say, hey, Denise, this is my budget. What do you think I can do in the area? And we're happy to introduce you to other developments that may fit. To Zunique is actually one of the investments that we wanted to present because it's such a wonderful opportunity. But as Laura mentioned, we have the ability to show you properties from all the way from Cancun, all the way down to the Riviera, alongside of the shores. So it's not the only option that you have. It's just one of the many options that you can purchase. And so we want to make you part of that journey. And also too, this is a little bit separate on the subject, but we do this webinar every month on the dial on the very last on the third Thursday of every month. So every third Thursday of every month, we present new projects. Today was Tulum. The next one is perhaps going to be in Playa del Carmen. And the next presentation that we have is actually going to be August 28th. And the next presentation that we have is going to be in Spanish. So if you or anybody else that wants to learn about it and wants to hear it in Spanish, that's going to be your opportunity to learn a little bit more. And also too, I do want to make a note that, for anybody that's a real estate agent that always, because I get a lot of questions from agents. They're like, how did you get involved with this? Well, yes, I have a trajectory of working in international business for many years, but I think that if you are looking to if you're looking to expand into other markets, your segue to this is to be a certified international property specialist. That's a designation by NAR. And I think it's a really, really good way for you to begin your career into this because I do think that you need to understand a lot of, the cultural aspects. You need to understand everything that has to do that you need to be thinking about as an international person. And so look into that, and if you have any questions on how to, move forward on your career, like I'm here front and center, I am happy to help you with that. For anybody that is looking to invest into these territories, I cannot stress enough how important it is to meet with an expert. I cannot stress enough how important it is to meet with an expert. And I'm going to tell you why. Because oftentimes when you hear stories that, oh, my friend, he had a bad, I can almost guarantee they went to the wrong person and they did not do their research. And then bad things started to happen. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, it's not a good place. No, 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 no. This is why we're here. We are bringing awareness into the investment community on how to diversify your portfolios abroad. This is why we made the conscious decisions to bring these webinars to you and to everybody that's out there thinking about making these investments, because we are the experts behind all of this that is going to guide you, that is basically going to lead you into these investments and how to do them correctly. Because oftentimes what happens is paperwork doesn't get filled out correctly. And that's why you want to meet with people that are top notch. You want to meet with developers like iMexico that are top notch, that care about their clients, that care about their future, that are building, and that they don't necessarily need your money to build. They're building regardless. And so those are the things that you really need to be looking at, is like, who am I getting information from? How are we going to make this leap? So that's why we're here, guys. So we are here to be in your corner. We are here to lead you, whether it's going to be to your global investment career or whether it is that you're going to be investing abroad. Laura and I are here to guide you. So please, if you are looking to do this, we welcome it and we're excited to move forward. So, with that said, I'm going to open it up to questions. I know that we have an audience right now, so this is your moment. If you have any questions, please feel free to raise your hand. Let us know what you want to know from us right now. Don't be shy. Okay, I'm guessing we do have a shy audience today. And you know what? That's okay because again, we're here all the time. We're going to do this again next month and we're going to do it in Espanol. And we invite you to continue the journey with us. We invite you to continue tuning in onto these webinar series and sharing them with your friends. And if you don't follow us, please follow us online because we are happy to continue this journey with you and we want you to be a part of it. And right now is the moment to capture your money in these areas because if you talk to us in 10 years from now, we don't know what's going to happen. Everything is moving so quickly. I can tell you that the Tulum that I visited 10 years ago is certainly not the Tulum that I am visiting now. And I mean that in a very positive way. It means that it has transformed. And I don't want you to miss out because I think that 10 years ago, there was people going, well, I don't know. And now they're going, oh, I wish I could have. So now is your time. Now is your moment to invest. And with that note, I really, 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 really want to thank each and every one of you guys for being a part of our journey today. You matter to us, and everything that we do is done with purpose. So we appreciate you being a part of our purpose, and we want to thank you so much from the bottom of our heart to be part of this journey. Any
Thank you,
closing thoughts?
everyone.
Any closing remarks, Laura?
No, we look forward to see you in our next webinar in August. And please reach out to Denise if you have any further questions. If you want to start looking at, some great investment options, please let her know, and we'll be happy to show you the best options in Riviera Maya. And if you happen to be in Riviera Maya, please also let us know. So we'll be happy to meet you there as well. All right.
Eso es, viva México.
Viva.